Welcome to Land House. I'm Seth. Today I have the pleasure of bringing you the RelayWay dual motor electric scooter. It does have two 800 watt hub motors. They're in the back and front tires, and it has a range of 40 miles per charge, goes up to 30 miles per hour, and has a payload capacity of over 300 pounds. Let's do an unboxing real quick, take a look at its features, and then go out and have a ride. As far as the packaging goes, no problems whatsoever. There was plenty of foam around the scooter. It was easy to unbox, and all I had to do was pull some of those zip ties off of there, and it was out of the packaging. Now, as far as assembly goes, there's very little. All I had to do was put the handlebars onto the drive column and put a couple of screws in, and it was good to go. Let's take a tour around this scooter, starting here on this side. Now, if we move down to this back tire, you can see the hub motor here in the middle of this wheel. It does have the place to put air in here if you need to. These are pneumatic tires and should be good to go for a very long time. 10-inch, so they've got some clearance to go over some pretty good bumps. There is a pre-installed fender back here, which will keep the mud and debris from getting on you. Back here, you can hold on to the handle and pick this up if you need to. A good firm rubber, so you're not going to be slipping off of the footbed. It's got blinkers and lights on this side. There are some LEDs that can be turned on over here as well. Now, if we move up this way, we'll see that there is a set of dual shocks here in the front, and once again, a fender and hub motor down here. If the shocks are too firm or not firm enough, you can adjust them by turning these knobs here on the top. I'll leave them where they are for now, and we'll give it a try here in just a bit. Spinning onto this side, you can see the disc brakes. Now, this model has both electric and disc brakes, and those are operated up here with these handles, of course. Now, I'm noticing that they may be a little bit too loose right now because they make contact with the handlebar. I may have to adjust that, and that will simply be done with a wrench right here on this side, but I'll give it a try before I do that. Moving down here, there is a kickstand which can be put up into place right there for driving, and of course pulled down whenever it's time to rest this scooter when you get off there. So, all right, moving back here to the back, this is the one that may need to have an adjustment on it. I would just simply loosen up that cable and put it in a new spot there. I'll give it a try before that. Now, back here in the back, you can see that it does have dual springs for the shocks, and I'll jump on this here in just a moment and we'll see how well those work. Now, as far as the steering column goes, the mechanism for keeping this in place is right here. You're going to press this button in and then pull out. I'll show you that here in just a moment as well. Now, as far as the steering column goes, it's got your controls right up here. So you've got blinkers, light, you've got the horn down here, of course your brakes, the display, which will have to load up the app for some of the features. Over here is your throttle and your power button. And as you can see, the grip here gives you a nice ergonomic feel to it. Should be quite nice to hold on to. Now, this right here is the locking mechanism, and that will fold down straight into the back of the foot kick, and that will also let you pick up the scooter straight up and down, and there's no sideways handle to have to deal with. I'm going to press the button in, pull this out like that, and then I can simply fold this down, and that will catch right here. And so I can pick this directly up here to carry it wherever it needs to be gone. In order to get the handle back up, I have to reach in here and pull that spring-loaded clip back out, and then I can pop this into place just like that. The charging port for the scooter is right here on this side in the front. There are some lights right here, as you can see, and also there is a light here on the front as well, which you can use when driving at night. I'm going to press the power button. It's going to turn the display on. I hope you can see it down here. It's currently in two-wheel drive race mode. The battery is almost full, 0 miles per hour. This right here is going to be where I press a finger to unlock the scooter. Now over here you can do blinkers, the light, and then the horn. Let's hear the horn. So I forgot to show you down here earlier, but this little box right here is the horn, and it is quite loud. I believe people will be able to hear that. Let's go ahead and turn on the light. I'm going to press that once. You can see that is on. It'll be a bit difficult to show that here in the light. These also have turned on down here. And let's see about this one back here. It is currently flashing, and so are the side lights as well. All right, let's press that again. Turns that off. Down here is the M. We should be able to see the mode change. So there is park, economy mode, sport mode, race mode. Let's try out the blinkers. This one back here is working. All right, very cool. I'm gonna hop up and down on the scooter to see how these shocks perform. Nice. They are quite responsive. Now that we've gone over the basic features of this scooter, let's take it out for a ride. It's not always easy to show hills on camera, but the road behind me is quite steep. I'm going to try to take this scooter from the lower portion up to the top here and see how well it does. Well, as you can see, this scooter has no problems taking the hill. On this gravel, it's a bit of a struggle to start. If the scooter spins out too much, it stops. And so that initial kickoff, I had a couple of times where it didn't want to start. But as far as having enough power to make it up a hill this steep, 100%. And luckily, the disc brakes are also strong enough to stop this scooter coming back down this hill. I took the RelayWay scooter to a vacation to Missouri, and in 5 days I put 25 miles on the scooter. There was this really nice lake at a state park that we went around, and what fun it was. So the very first thing I noticed with this scooter is that the acceleration is pretty fantastic. If you're not braced and you're in either the sport or race modes on this scooter, it will just about throw you off the back. I remember saying it'll about send you to the moon, and it's no joke. Several other people had the chance to ride it too, and I warned them, hey, when you get to about mid-throttle, this thing is gonna send you. And they were like, oh, okay. Well, they would push the throttle and go, whoa! So some things that I like about this scooter, of course, is the throttle and how fast you can accelerate. If you're stopped at a stop sign or a stoplight and you need to go in a hurry, this scooter will get you there. Just make sure you're holding on tight. The dual disc brakes are fantastic. It will stop on a dime, even going pretty fast. At one point, I tried to go max speed and I chickened out at 32 miles per hour. 38 is so fast for a scooter. So when the user manual says that you should be wearing full protection with a helmet, wrist guards, knee guards, all the things, then I agree. This thing could be dangerous if you're going too fast, especially on some curves. The shocks were very helpful. Some of the path that I was on had a lot of roots that were bringing the pavement up, and those shocks just absorbed that with no problem whatsoever. Honestly, after all the riding I did, there were only two things that were a bit annoying about this scooter. Whenever you close down the handlebar, the tab that you have to use to unlock the handlebar is awkward to get to. If they would add some little stick or handle on there to help pull that down, it would make things a lot easier. And the other thing that was sometimes a little bit annoying, whenever you kick the kickstand up, it will sometimes get stuck a little too high, and you have to step on it with some force to get it to pop back down. But as far as the operation of the scooter goes, no problems whatsoever. Like I said, 25 miles in 5 days, and it was very easy. No overheating, and just all around good experience. Now, it does have good acceleration in the race and the sport mode. Honestly, for most of the trip, I left it in the sport mode because it tops out at 19 or 20 miles per hour. And I didn't have to worry as much about the scooter taking off on me, especially on the trails through the woods. Now, as soon as I got onto open pavement where it was very smooth, I did kick it up into the race mode and opened it up to 32 at least. And it was lots of fun. The RelayWay electric scooter is my 5th scooter to review, and it is by far my favorite so far. It is so quick, it's so agile, stops on a dime. The display is easy to work with. The modes and blinker and lights are all easy to access. No problems whatsoever. It traveled well over 14 hours with just a couple little scuff marks from storing it in the back of the truck. But it has performed flawlessly, and I am very pleased with this scooter. If you want to check out more information, I will have links in the description down below so you can either purchase for yourself or learn some more about this scooter. I'm Seth with Land House, and I will see you in the next video.